Howdy, folks. Welcome, survivors, killers, and builders. This is the 7 Days to Die Alpha 20 version. It is definitely one heck of a step up from A19, and I'm excited to take a look. There are well over 1,700 blocks. Look at that. So there's going to be some really neat things that we're going to be able to do in terms of building, renovations, horde bases, and overall debacleness. So this is going to be great. I don't think, let me just take a quick peek here. There has not been many changes in terms of the color palette. Hopefully they're going to be attending that next. You know what would be really cool is if, say for example, you were to pick this, and then it looks like there's about 3 or 4 colors there. If you could have a little side switch, fun pimps, if you ever see this, a little side switch for each color where you can customize each one of those colors on an RGB scale, that would be epic. And then just give us a couple more textures that we can change those colors on. That would be greatly appreciated. So having said that, let's get into it. Let's jump into God mode here. Look at this. This is the new cities. They've gone so far as to put actual roads, signs. They've redone new POIs, old POIs. This is definitely a step up from A19. I'm super, super excited. We'll be first doing some renovations and builds. And I've actually decided I'm going to do that over here. I had a lot of people asking me, Nesca, why don't you put your builds on YouTube? Because I would always build on a public server, and then of course the server would get wiped because it would get on in days, and then I wouldn't have a record of it. So I'm going to take some advice and start putting my builds on YouTube, just that way I have a record of them. Oh, cool! Look at that, Neato Mosquito. Just to see, what can be done and how it evolves over time. This is an interesting little build. I think we're going to start with this one first. It's all just framework anyway, so little fireplace. Okay, cool, yeah. I think we could do some neat stuff with this. Oh, what do you do with a hole when it's in your backyard? You put a pool in it, that's for sure. So we already have a plan for that part. But basically, I want to do all of these units. We'll see about doing this house. We'll see how the rest of the little cul-de-sac area looks, but we'll do, some nice trees and maybe a nice centerpiece or something like that, and just kind of see where we go from there. Having said that, we might get into some actual gameplay. I have a couple of friends that wanted to do a bit of a series anyways, so maybe we'll get into that. And maybe some horde bases. I've got a couple of neat ideas with some of the blocks that I've seen so far. Oh, that's a new motel. That's cool. And yeah, we'll see where this goes and what happens. And, I'll throw up a couple of my main builds that I usually do on the public servers just as an overall base. Because obviously, you can do a base and then have a horde base elsewhere if you choose not to risk your things. That is a possibility. Wow, look at the work that they have done here. Look at that. Actual lights, intersections. This is amazing. Oh, Savage Country. Oh, one of the new zombies. This is a crawler. That's what they'd be looking like now. Not that guy anyways, not anymore. These Savage Countries are amazing. I have managed to see one or two on the builders, um, on the servers that I've built on, and it's full of clothes and different colored dyes. Definitely one of my favorite ones to hit up. Okay, oh, look it, we have, this is the new tourist. Happy little fella. And one thing to note also, just gameplay overall stuff, is that food is hard to attain. So if you see a rabbit or a chicken, wolf, anything, make sure to kill it. Loot is actually now biome scaled. So, this area, this biome isn't too bad as it usually is. Oh, is that ever neat? Look at this. The snow biome, the deserts, the wastelands, things like that. Like, it's going to be harder in the areas as you're going through. Nice new fast gas. That's cool. I really like this. But yeah, be aware, loot scaling. So, if you're new to the game, start in the forest biome, get yourself built up a little bit, and then maybe take a peek at some of the other biomes and the other loot that's available there. Of course, there is looting skill available to help with this area, but really it isn't needed until a little bit later game stage anyways. So having said that, wow, this looks amazing. Oh, Shamway. So, oh, the Eye Candy Company. They have a lot of little candies and foods now with some buffs, some pretty heavy duty buffs, lock picking skills, stuff like that, barter and trade. Look at this chick. This must be the new resident hooker, the unsolicited titties part. No thanks, not today. And look at this. Spiders now walk. Is that not the trippiest thing you ever seen? I never thought I'd see the day, and I just cannot get used to it. The new spiders are extremely creepy. They look kind of like that other crawler that we shot a few blocks over. And they've got, the big spiny legs and the big spiny back and stuff like that. So they're definitely interesting. They have an interesting scream to them, and you definitely know when they're around. Ooh, look at this little cul-de-sac. We'll have to mark this one on the map for future endeavors as well. So that's it. Let's get to it. We'll start the renovation, and I'm hoping to have that up by next week. I've already kind of started it on another map, and it's probably about 1/4 of the way done. I've done all the framing, and I'm just starting to put a little bit of paint in there, and I'm just looking at doing the actual decor portion of it, which is absolutely a massive amount of things to choose from. There's aquariums and different colored furniture now, stools, all sorts of stuff. It's really, really neat, and I'm excited to get further into it and to show you guys. So if you have any questions, or if there's any particular POIs you wanted to see renovated, definitely give a shout out. Let me know. There's our buddy Rect, and we're over here. And I think right now we're going to start with this build. So thanks so much for joining. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, survivors, killers, and builders, and we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.